the streets, from 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 the street, from the streets, 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 from the street, from the streets, 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 from the street. Growing up, I never had a role model. Always got in trouble, sipping bottles. Parents working doubles, I was loading hollows. I got to. Motherfuckers are getting, and them streets are hot too. Filled with cop, cribbing up on each block. It ain't new to me, trying to find an opportunity. We living in poverty, my mind tells me it's your time. Tired of being paranoid and staring out window blinds and hearing the ghetto bird passing by. In the streets we shoot first, we don't start asking why. Committing, then them pigs kick door yelling, get on the floor with flashing lights. And they cook it till they plant some white and say it's yours and have no remorse. Cold life, and them streets are raw backwards is war. I'm street to the core, I stay strapped cause you never know when they'll come for yours. When they'll come for yours. From the streets, 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 from the streets.
I see them undercover haters on the creep. They be creeping on the low, still tipping on for foes. Texas thing, we doing major things, and we don't play no games. State of Texas, Spotted Jones, well respected. Came up from the streets, you don't work, you don't need. Best things in life are free. You don't work, you don't need. The best things in life are free. I'm a beast unleashed, I'm a rapper, I don't preach. Listen to the wise man when I speak. Attention, you might learn a thing or two from me. Keep on striving till I live the American dream. I'ma keep on striving till I live the American dream. Started from the bottom, now I'm heading to the top. Started from the bottom, now I'm heading to the top. Started from the bottom, now I'm heading to the top. On that money train, you know I'm all about that.
From the streets, 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 from the streets.
From a place where it ain't safe, guns singing, bullets whistle, writing scriptures, trap, one of many epistles. Coldness is prevalent, so my heat relevant. The life of a G. This a street tester. It's evident from the jewels I be dropping, tools I be popping. Ain't no use in me stopping. Bitches ain't shit, and suckers are pawns. The dialect and style of killers and cons. See, everywhere I step, I leave blood and pain. So one deep. When I creep through the mud and rain, can't chill around here. If you're not from down here, shit's real, you get killed. We don't fuck around here. Used to make them OD, cross them like coyotes, sipping on that codeine and blowing on some dough. From the streets to the pen, respected as an OG. Can't stay low key, they already know me.
From the streets. From the streets, 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 from the streets. from the streets, 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 from the streets.